What if the ancient Celts held secrets so profound that they could rewrite our understanding of history? Picture this, a world where sacred groves whispered to the gods, warriors carried the power of their enemies in their hands, and stone circles aligned with the stars to unlock the mysteries of the universe. The Celtic tribes are people shrouded in myth and legend, left behind a legacy that continues to baffle historians and captivate storytellers. From their enigmatic druids to their intricate knotwork, the Celts were far more than just fierce warriors. They were keepers of ancient wisdom and guardians of the natural world. In this video, we're diving deep into the hidden secrets of the Celtic tribes, uncovering 25 astonishing facts that will leave you in awe. So, grab your cloak and join us on this journey through time as we unravel the mysteries of one of history's most fascinating civilizations. By the end, you'll see the Celts in a whole new light, and you might just find yourself questioning what you thought you knew about the past, ready to uncover the secrets. Let's begin. Now turning to the first of our 25 hidden secrets, we delve into the enigmatic world of the Druids. These figures were far more than mere priests or spiritual leaders. They were the heart and soul of Celtic society, serving as advisors, healers, judges, and keepers of sacred knowledge. The Druids were deeply connected to nature, seeing the world as a living, breathing entity filled with spirits and divine energy. They conducted their rituals in sacred groves under the canopy of ancient trees, where they believed the veil between the mortal world and the spiritual realm was at its thinnest. What makes the Druids so mysterious is the fact that they left no written records of their own. Their knowledge was passed down orally from one generation to the next in a tradition that emphasized memory and storytelling. This secrecy has only added to their mystique, leaving historians to piece together their practices from the accounts of outsiders like the Romans, who often viewed them with a mix of fear and fascination. The Druids were also known for their mastery of astronomy, using the movements of the stars to guide their rituals and mark the passage of time. They played a crucial role in Celtic festivals such as Samhain and Beltane, which were tied to the cycles of the seasons and the agricultural calendar. Their influence extended beyond the spiritual, shaping the laws, customs, and even the political decisions of the tribes. Yet, despite their power and prestige, the Druids remain one of history's greatest enigmas. Their lack of written records means we may never fully understand the depth of their knowledge or the true nature of their rituals. But one thing is certain: the Druids were the guardians of a wisdom so profound that it continues to captivate us to this day. And as we move forward, we'll uncover even more secrets of the Celtic tribes, each one shedding new light on this extraordinary civilization. Now turning to the second of our 25 hidden secrets, we step into the sacred groves of the Celtic tribes. These groves were far more than just clusters of trees. They were the spiritual heartbeats of Celtic life, revered as places where the divine and the earthly realms intertwined. For the Celts, these groves were not merely natural spaces but sacred sanctuaries, where the presence of the gods and spirits was felt most strongly. The sacred groves served as the primary sites for worship, rituals, and ceremonies. Here, the Druids conducted their most important rites, from offerings to the gods to divination practices aimed at foreseeing the future. The groves were often located in remote, untouched areas, chosen for their natural beauty and the sense of awe they inspired. The Celts believed that these spaces were gateways to the otherworld, a realm of gods, ancestors, and supernatural beings. Rituals performed in the sacred groves were deeply tied to the cycles of nature. The changing seasons, the phases of the moon, and the movements of the stars all played a role in determining when and how these ceremonies were conducted. For example, during the festival of Beltane, fires were lit in the groves to celebrate the return of life and fertility to the land. Similarly, during Samhain, the groves became places of communion with the spirits of the dead, as the veil between worlds was believed to be at its thinnest. The trees themselves held immense spiritual significance, Oaks in particular were seen as sacred, symbolizing strength, wisdom, and the connection between heaven and earth. The Celts believed that each tree had its own spirit, and harming a sacred tree was considered a grave offense. This deep reverence for nature is a hallmark of Celtic spirituality, reflecting their belief that the natural world was alive with divine energy. Despite the passage of time, the legacy of the sacred groves endures. Many modern-day forests and woodlands in regions once inhabited by the Celts are still associated with ancient rituals and folklore. These groves remind us of a time when humanity saw itself as an integral part of the natural world, rather than separate from it. As we move forward, we'll continue to uncover the hidden secrets of the Celtic tribes, each one revealing a new layer of their rich and mysterious culture. Next, we'll explore the intricate system of the Celtic calendar and how it shaped their lives and beliefs. Now turning to the third of our 25 hidden secrets, we delve into the fascinating world of the Celtic calendar. Unlike the modern Gregorian calendar, the Celtic calendar was deeply intertwined with the rhythms of nature, marking the passage of time through the cycles of the seasons and the agricultural year. This ancient system was not just a way to track days and months, but a spiritual framework that guided the lives of the Celtic tribes. At the heart of the Celtic calendar were four major festivals: Samhain, Beltane, and Lugnasad. Each of these festivals marked a pivotal moment in the year, reflecting the Celts' profound connection to the land and their spiritual beliefs. Samhain, celebrated at the end of October, signaled the beginning of the Celtic New Year and the onset of winter. It was a time when the boundary between the living and the dead was believed to be at its thinnest, allowing spirits to cross over into the earthly realm. Rituals during Samhain included feasting, bonfires, and offerings to ancestors, as the Celts sought to honor the dead and ensure their protection during the dark months ahead. Imbolc, observed in early February, marked the first signs of spring and the return of light to the world. This festival was dedicated to Brigid, the goddess of healing, poetry, and smithcraft. Imbolc was a time of purification and renewal, with rituals focused on preparing the land for planting and celebrating the promise of new life. Beltane, celebrated on the 1st of May, heralded the arrival of summer and the peak of fertility in the natural world. Bonfires were lit to honor the sun and encourage its warmth and energy. Beltane was a joyous festival filled with dancing, feasting, and rituals to ensure a bountiful harvest. It was also a time for matchmaking and celebrating the union of the earth and sky. Lugnasad, held at the beginning of August, marked the start of the harvest season. Named after the god Lugh, this festival celebrated the first fruits of the land and the hard work of the farming community. Games, feasts, and ceremonies of thanksgiving were central to Lugnasad as the Celts expressed their gratitude for the abundance of the earth. These festivals were not just social events but sacred moments that connected the Celts to the divine forces of nature. They reflected the tribe's reliance on the land for survival and their belief in the cyclical nature of life, death, and rebirth. The Celtic calendar was a testament to their deep reverence for the natural world and their understanding of its rhythms. As we continue our journey through the hidden secrets of the Celtic tribes, we'll next explore the enigmatic Ogham Script, an ancient writing system that holds its own mysteries. Stay with us as we uncover more about this fascinating aspect of Celtic culture. Now turning to the fourth of our 25 hidden secrets, we uncover the enigmatic Ogham Script, an ancient writing system used by the Celtic tribes. Unlike the intricate knotwork and oral traditions that defined much of Celtic culture, the Ogham Script stands out as one of the few tangible forms of written communication left behind by these mysterious people. The Ogham Script, often referred to as the Celtic tree alphabet, is believed to have originated around the 4th century. Its name comes from the Irish god Ogma, who was associated with eloquence and learning. The script itself consists of a series of lines and notches carved into stone or wood, typically along the edge of a vertical surface. Each character represents a specific sound, and the entire system is thought to have been used primarily for inscriptions, such as memorial stones or boundary markers. What makes the Ogham Script particularly fascinating is its connection to nature. Many of the letters are named after trees such as birch, oak, and willow, reflecting the Celts' deep reverence for the natural world. This link suggests that the script may have held not just practical but also spiritual significance, serving as a bridge between the physical and the divine. Despite its simplicity, the Ogham Script remains shrouded in mystery. Its use appears to have been limited, with most surviving examples found in Ireland and parts of Britain. Scholars believe it may have been a secretive form of communication, used by the Druids or other elite members of Celtic society. The lack of extensive written records has left many questions unanswered, such as why the script didn't evolve into a more widespread writing system or how it was taught and passed down through generations. The survival of the Ogham Script in historical records is also a puzzle. While hundreds of inscriptions have been discovered, they provide only a glimpse into its purpose and meaning. Some theories suggest that the script was used for ceremonial or magical purposes, while others argue it was a practical tool for marking territory or commemorating the dead. Whatever its true function, the Ogham Script offers a rare window into the intellectual and spiritual world of the Celts. As we move forward in our exploration of the Celtic tribes, we'll next delve into the purpose and construction of their Hillforts, uncovering how these fortified settlements shaped their daily lives and strategic defenses. Stay with us as we continue to unravel the secrets of this ancient and fascinating culture. Now turning to the fifth of our 25 hidden secrets, we step into the world of Celtic Hillforts, the towering strongholds that define the landscape of ancient Celtic territories. These impressive structures were more than just defensive fortifications. They were the beating heart of Celtic society, serving as centers of power, trade, and community life. Hillforts were typically built on elevated terrain, offering a commanding view of the surrounding area. This strategic positioning allowed the Celts to spot approaching enemies from miles away, giving them ample time to prepare for battle or retreat if necessary. The construction of these forts was no small feat. Massive earthen ramparts, often reinforced with timber or stone, encircled the settlements, creating formidable barriers against invaders. Inside, the forts were bustling hubs of activity, with homes, workshops, and communal spaces nestled within the protective walls. The daily life within a hill fort was a reflection of the Celts' resourcefulness and communal spirit. Families lived in roundhouses made of wood and thatch, while skilled artisans crafted tools, weapons, and intricate jewelry. Markets thrived as traders brought goods from distant lands, and bards entertained the community with tales of heroes and gods. The hill fort was not just a place of safety, it was a vibrant center of culture and innovation. But why did these once thriving settlements eventually decline? Scholars have proposed several theories. Some suggest that the rise of Roman influence and military tactics made hill forts less effective as defensive structures. Others point to changes in Celtic society, such as the shift toward smaller, more decentralized communities. Environmental factors like deforestation and soil depletion may have also played a role, making it harder to sustain large populations within the forts. Whatever the reasons, the legacy of Celtic hill forts endures. These ancient structures stand as a testament to the ingenuity and resilience of the Celtic people, offering us a glimpse into their world of strength, strategy, and survival. As we continue our journey through the hidden secrets of the Celtic tribes, we'll next explore the artistry and symbolism of Celtic knotwork, uncovering how these intricate designs wove together the spiritual and cultural fabric of their society. Stay with us as we unravel more mysteries of this captivating ancient culture. Now turning to the sixth of our 25 hidden secrets, we delve into the mesmerizing world of Celtic knotwork, a hallmark of their artistic and spiritual expression. These intricate designs, characterized by their endless loops and interwoven patterns, are more than just decorative. They are a window into the Celtic worldview where everything is interconnected. Celtic knotwork adorned nearly every aspect of their lives, from the jewelry they wore to the manuscripts they crafted. Brooches, torques, and rings often featured these elaborate patterns, symbolizing status, protection, and even personal identity. In illuminated manuscripts like the Book of Kells, knotwork framed sacred texts, blending artistry with spirituality in a way that elevated the written word to something divine. Stone carvings, too, bore these designs, etched into crosses and monuments as a testament to the enduring nature of their beliefs. But what do these knots mean? While the Celts left no written explanations, scholars believe the endless loops symbolize eternity, the cyclical nature of life, death, and rebirth. Some knots may represent the interconnectedness of all things, reflecting the Celts' deep reverence for nature and the cosmos. Others suggest that the complexity of the designs mirrors the complexity of the human soul, with each twist and turn representing a different aspect of life's journey. The creation of these patterns was no simple task. Artisans used precise geometric principles, often working without erasers or modern tools, to achieve perfect symmetry and balance. This level of skill highlights the importance of knotwork in Celtic culture. It was not just art, but a form of meditation, a way to connect with the divine through the act of creation. As we continue to unravel the mysteries of the Celtic tribes, we'll next step into the warrior culture that defined their reputation across ancient Europe. Stay with us as we uncover the fierce spirit and battle tactics that made the Celts both feared and revered. Now turning to the seventh of our 25 hidden secrets, we step into the fierce and formidable world of the Celtic warrior culture. The Celts were not just skilled artisans and spiritual thinkers, they were also some of the most feared warriors of their time. Their reputation for bravery and ferocity spread far and wide, striking fear into the hearts of their enemies, including the mighty Romans. At the heart of Celtic society, warriors held a place of honor and respect. They were not just fighters, they were symbols of strength, courage, and loyalty. From a young age, boys were trained in the art of combat, learning to wield weapons like the longsword, spear, and shield with precision and skill. The Celts believed that a warrior's prowess in battle was a reflection of their worth, and many sought to prove themselves through acts of valor. One of the most iconic weapons of the Celtic warrior was the longsword, a weapon designed for both slashing and thrusting. These swords were often beautifully crafted, with intricate designs on the hilt and blade, showcasing the Celts' dual mastery of art and warfare. Another fearsome tool was the carnix, a towering war trumpet shaped like an animal's head. When blown, its eerie, haunting sound echoed across the battlefield, striking terror into the hearts of opposing armies. Celtic battle tactics were as bold as they were effective. They often relied on surprise attacks, ambushes, and psychological warfare to gain the upper hand. Warriors would charge into battle with their hair spiked and bodies painted in woad, a blue dye that made them appear almost otherworldly. This combination of ferocity and intimidation was enough to unsettle even the most disciplined Roman legions. But the role of the warrior extended beyond the battlefield. In Celtic society, warriors were also protectors of their tribes, leaders in times of crisis, and symbols of unity. Their bravery was celebrated in songs and stories, passed down through generations by bards who immortalized their deeds. As we continue our journey through the hidden secrets of the Celtic tribes, we'll next uncover the chilling yet fascinating tradition of headhunting. Stay with us as we explore how this practice was not just about warfare, but also deeply tied to the Celts' spiritual beliefs. Now turning to the eighth of our 25 hidden secrets, we delve into one of the most chilling yet intriguing aspects of Celtic culture, the tradition of headhunting. This practice, though gruesome by modern standards, held deep spiritual and symbolic meaning for the Celts. For the Celtic tribes, headhunting was far more than an act of war. It was a way to harness the power and essence of their enemies. They believed that the head was the seat of the soul, the very core of a person's strength and spirit. By taking an enemy's head, a warrior could capture their power, adding it to their own and ensuring victory in future battles. The heads of fallen foes were often displayed as trophies, mounted on poles or hung from the walls of Hillforts. These grim displays served not only as a warning to potential enemies, but also as a testament to the bravery and skill of the warriors who claimed them. In some cases, the heads were preserved and treated with reverence, believed to retain the spiritual energy of their former owners. This practice was deeply intertwined with the Celts' spiritual beliefs. They saw the act of headhunting as a way to honor their gods and ancestors, offering the heads as sacrifices to ensure favor and protection. It was also a way to maintain balance in the spiritual world, as the Celts believed that the souls of the dead could influence the living. While headhunting may seem brutal to us today, it was a vital part of Celtic warrior culture, reflecting their beliefs about life, death, and the afterlife. It was a practice that demanded courage, skill, and a deep understanding of the spiritual forces that governed their world. As we move forward in our exploration of the Celtic tribes, we'll next step into the mystical realm of the Celtic otherworld, a place where gods, spirits, and ancestors dwelled. Stay with us as we uncover how this belief shaped their myths, rituals, and view of life and death. Now turning to the 9th of our 25 hidden secrets, we step into the mystical realm of the Celtic otherworld. This ethereal dimension was believed to be a place where gods, spirits, and ancestors resided, a world that existed parallel to our own yet was shrouded in mystery and wonder. For the Celts, the otherworld was not a distant or unreachable place. It was intimately connected to their daily lives, influencing their myths, rituals, and understanding of life and death. They saw it as a realm of eternal youth, beauty, and abundance, where time flowed differently and the boundaries between the living and the dead blurred. The otherworld was often described as an island or a hidden land, accessible through sacred sites like burial mounds, stone circles, or even certain bodies of water. These places were considered portals, gateways that allowed the living to communicate with the divine and the departed. Rituals performed at these sites were believed to open the veil between worlds, enabling the Celts to seek guidance, blessings, or protection from the spirits and gods who dwelled there. This belief in the otherworld deeply shaped Celtic mythology. Tales of heroes venturing into this realm, such as the legendary journey of Bran mac Febail to the Isle of the Blessed, reflect their fascination with the unknown and their desire to explore the mysteries of existence. These stories often carried moral lessons, emphasizing the importance of courage, wisdom, and respect for the spiritual forces that governed their lives. The Celts also believed that the otherworld played a crucial role in the cycle of life and death. They saw death not as an end but as a transition, a passage to the otherworld where the soul would continue its journey. This belief influenced their burial practices, which were designed to ensure a safe passage for the deceased. Graves were often filled with offerings such as food, weapons, or jewelry to equip the soul for its journey and honor the spirits who would guide it. The concept of the otherworld also reinforced the Celts' reverence for nature. They saw the natural world as a reflection of the divine, a place where the boundaries between the physical and spiritual realms were thinnest. This connection to the otherworld inspired their rituals, from seasonal festivals to rites of passage, all of which sought to harmonize their lives with the rhythms of the cosmos. As we continue our journey through the secrets of the Celtic tribes, we'll next explore the unique status of women in their society, uncovering the powerful roles they played as warriors, leaders, and spiritual figures. Stay with us as we reveal how these remarkable women shaped Celtic history and culture. Now turning to the 10th of our 25 hidden secrets, we uncover the remarkable role of women in Celtic society. Unlike many ancient cultures, the Celts held women in high regard, granting them significant power and influence in both the physical and spiritual realms. Women were not confined to traditional roles. Instead, they thrived as warriors, leaders, and spiritual figures, shaping the very fabric of Celtic life. One of the most iconic examples of Celtic female leadership is Boudica, the fierce queen of the Iceni tribe. When her people were wronged by Roman invaders, Boudica rallied her warriors and led a rebellion that struck fear into the heart of the Roman Empire. Her courage and determination became legendary, symbolizing the strength and resilience of Celtic women. In the spiritual realm, women held equally powerful roles. The Morrigan, a goddess of war and fate, was one of the most revered figures in Celtic mythology. Often depicted as a shapeshifter, she could appear as a crow or raven, guiding warriors in battle and foretelling their destiny. The Morrigan's presence in myths and rituals highlights the Celts' belief in the divine feminine as a source of both creation and destruction. Celtic women also played vital roles in their communities as healers, poets, and judges. They were often seen as mediators, using their wisdom to resolve conflicts and maintain harmony. Their voices carried weight in matters of law and governance, a testament to the respect they commanded. This unique status of women extended to marriage and family life as well. Celtic women had the right to own property, inherit wealth, and even divorce their husbands, a level of autonomy that was rare in the ancient world. Their independence and influence were deeply rooted in Celtic values, which celebrated balance and equality between the sexes. As we continue to explore the secrets of the Celtic tribes, we'll next delve into the sacred animals that held a special place in their culture. Stay with us as we uncover the symbolism of creatures like the stag, boar, and raven, and their profound connection to Celtic spirituality. Now turning to the 11th of our 25 hidden secrets, we step into the world of sacred animals in Celtic culture. For the Celts, animals were far more than mere creatures of the wild. They were powerful symbols, spiritual guides, and even messengers from the other world. Each animal held a unique significance, embodying traits that the Celts admired and sought to emulate in their own lives. The stag, for instance, was a symbol of strength, agility, and nobility. Often associated with Cernunnos, the horned god of the forest, the stag represented the untamed power of nature and the cycle of life, death, and rebirth. In Celtic myths, the stag was seen as a guardian of the forest, a creature that could lead warriors to victory or guide souls to the other world. Its antlers, which shed and regrew each year, were a powerful reminder of renewal and transformation. The boar, on the other hand, was a symbol of courage, ferocity, and abundance. Revered as a sacred animal, the boar was often depicted in Celtic art and mythology as a creature of immense power. Warriors would adorn their shields and helmets with boar imagery, believing it would grant them the animal's strength and fearlessness in battle. The boar also played a role in feasts and rituals where it symbolized prosperity and the bounty of the land. Then there was the raven, a bird shrouded in mystery and magic. Associated with the Morrigan, the goddess of war and fate, the raven was seen as a harbinger of change and a guide between worlds. Its dark feathers and piercing gaze made it a symbol of prophecy and insight, often appearing in myths to foretell great battles or significant events. The Celts believed that the raven carried messages from the other world, offering wisdom and warnings to those who could interpret its calls. These sacred animals were not just symbols, they were integral to Celtic rituals and daily life. Their images adorned jewelry, weapons, and ceremonial objects, serving as talismans of protection and power. In rituals, animals were often invoked to channel their energy, whether it was the stag's vitality, the boar's bravery, or the raven's foresight. As we continue our journey through the hidden secrets of the Celtic tribes, we'll next explore the pantheon of gods and goddesses who shaped their spiritual world. Stay with us as we uncover the divine figures like Lugh, Brigid, and Cernunnos, and their profound influence on Celtic beliefs and traditions. Now turning to the 12th of our 25 hidden secrets, we delve into the rich and vibrant world of the Celtic pantheon. The gods and goddesses of the Celts were as diverse and dynamic as the people who worshipped them, each embodying unique powers, stories, and roles within their spiritual world. These divine figures were not distant or detached, they were deeply woven into the fabric of Celtic life, influencing everything from daily rituals to grand festivals. At the heart of the pantheon stood Lugh, the god of light, skill, and craftsmanship. Known as the Many-Skilled One, Lugh was revered for his mastery in arts, warfare, and leadership. His most famous myth tells of how he defeated the oppressive giant Balor, saving his people and securing his place as a hero among the gods. Lugh's festival, Lugnasad, celebrated at the beginning of the harvest season, honored his role as a provider and protector. Then there was Brigid, the goddess of fire, healing, and poetry. Brigid was a beloved figure associated with the hearth, fertility, and the creative arts. She was said to inspire poets, heal the sick, and protect mothers and children. Her sacred flame, kept alive by her priestesses, symbolized the enduring warmth and light of her presence. Brigid's influence was so profound that she was later adopted into Christian tradition as Saint Brigid, a testament to her lasting legacy. And of course, we cannot forget Cernunnos, the horned god of the forest, fertility, and the wild. Often depicted with antlers or surrounded by animals, Cernunnos represented the untamed forces of nature and the cycle of life, death, and rebirth. He was a guardian of the natural world, a guide for hunters, and a symbol of abundance. Rituals honoring Cernunnos often took place in sacred groves, where the Celts sought his blessings for a bountiful harvest or a successful hunt. These gods and goddesses were not just figures of worship, they were integral to the Celtic understanding of the world. Through myths, rituals, and festivals, the Celts connected with their deities, seeking their favor and guidance. Offerings of food, drink, and precious objects were made at shrines and sacred sites, while prayers and songs celebrated their divine power. As we continue to uncover the hidden secrets of the Celtic tribes, we'll next explore the enigmatic stone circles that served as both spiritual and celestial landmarks. Stay with us as we unravel the mysteries of these ancient structures and their role in Celtic rituals and beliefs. Now turning to the 13th of our 25 hidden secrets, we step into the realm of the enigmatic stone circles, one of the most enduring and mysterious legacies of the Celtic tribes. These ancient structures, scattered across the landscapes of Britain, Ireland, and beyond, have captivated historians, archaeologists, and spiritual seekers for centuries. Among the most famous is Stonehenge, a monumental circle of towering stones that stands as a testament to the Celts' ingenuity and their deep connection to the cosmos. The purpose of these stone circles remains a subject of debate, but one thing is clear: they were far more than mere monuments. Many of these circles were precisely aligned with celestial events, such as the solstices and equinoxes. During the summer solstice, for example, the rising sun would align perfectly with specific stones, casting dramatic shadows and illuminating sacred spaces. This alignment suggests that the Celts used these circles as astronomical calendars, marking the passage of time and the changing of seasons. But the stone circles were not just tools for tracking celestial movements, they were also central to Celtic rituals and spiritual practices. These sites were believed to be places where the physical and spiritual worlds intersected, making them ideal for ceremonies, offerings, and communing with the divine. Some theories suggest that the circles were used for healing rituals, where the sick would come to seek the blessings of the gods. Others propose that they served as gathering places for the community during festivals, where music, dance, and storytelling brought people together in celebration. The construction of these circles is another mystery that continues to baffle researchers. How did the Celts, without modern tools or machinery, transport and arrange such massive stones with such precision? Some stones weigh several tons and were moved over great distances, a feat that speaks to the Celts' determination and their reverence for these sacred sites. The effort required to build these circles underscores their importance in Celtic society, serving as both spiritual sanctuaries and symbols of communal unity. As we reflect on the stone circles, we are reminded of the Celts' profound connection to the natural and celestial worlds. These structures were not just physical landmarks, they were gateways to understanding the rhythms of the universe and the mysteries of life itself. With the next phase of our journey in sight, we'll delve into the Celtic art of war, exploring the weapons, tactics, and warrior ethos that made the Celts a formidable force in ancient Europe. Stay with us as we uncover the secrets of their battle prowess and the legacy of their warrior culture. Now turning to the 14th of our 25 hidden secrets, we step into the world of the Celtic art of war, where the fierce reputation of Celtic warriors comes to life. These warriors were not only skilled in combat but also equipped with some of the most distinctive and effective weapons and armor of their time. Among their most iconic tools of war was the longsword, a weapon that symbolized both their craftsmanship and their prowess on the battlefield. The Celtic longsword was a masterpiece of design, forged with precision and balance. Unlike the shorter swords used by many of their contemporaries, the Celtic longsword was designed for slashing and cutting, allowing warriors to deliver devastating blows. Its blade was often decorated with intricate patterns, reflecting the Celts' love for artistry even in the tools of war. But this was no mere decoration. The craftsmanship of these swords made them both beautiful and deadly, a testament to the skill of Celtic blacksmiths. Another remarkable weapon in the Celtic arsenal was the carnix, a towering war trumpet that struck fear into the hearts of their enemies. Standing over 6 feet tall, the carnix was adorned with a boar's head or other animal motifs, its eerie, haunting sound echoing across the battlefield. This instrument was not just for communication, it was a psychological weapon designed to intimidate and disorient opposing forces. The sight and sound of the carnix would have been enough to send shivers down the spines of even the most seasoned Roman soldiers. In addition to their weapons, Celtic warriors were known for their distinctive armor and shields. Their shields, often round or oval, were made of wood and reinforced with metal, providing both protection and mobility. Many shields were decorated with elaborate designs, showcasing the Celts' artistic flair even in the heat of battle. Their armor, though less common than that of the Romans, included chainmail and helmets, some of which were adorned with horns or other embellishments to enhance their fearsome appearance. The effectiveness of Celtic warriors in battle was not just due to their weapons and armor, it was also a result of their tactics and their warrior ethos. Celtic warriors fought with a ferocity and passion that made them formidable opponents. They often employed hit-and-run tactics, using their knowledge of the terrain to outmaneuver larger armies. Their ability to strike quickly and retreat just as fast kept their enemies on edge, never knowing when or where the next attack would come. As we explore the Celtic art of war, we gain a deeper appreciation for the ingenuity and bravery of these ancient warriors. Their weapons, armor, and tactics were not just tools of survival, they were expressions of their culture, their values, and their unyielding spirit. With the next phase of our journey in sight, we'll uncover the role of bards and storytellers in Celtic society, exploring how these keepers of tradition preserved the history and legends of their people. Stay with us as we delve into the power of words and the enduring legacy of Celtic storytelling. Now turning to the 15th of our 25 hidden secrets, we step into the world of the Celtic bards and storytellers, the keepers of memory and the weavers of legends. In a society where written records were rare, the bards held a sacred role, preserving the history, culture, and wisdom of the Celtic tribes through the power of spoken word. These skilled orators were more than just entertainers, they were the living libraries of their people, entrusted with the task of passing down knowledge from one generation to the next. The bards were masters of their craft, trained from a young age in the art of storytelling, poetry, and music. they memorized vast amounts of information, from genealogies and historical events to myths and moral lessons. Their performances were not just recitations but captivating experiences, often accompanied by the haunting melodies of the harp or the rhythmic beats of the bodhran. Through their words, the bards brought the past to life, ensuring that the deeds of heroes, the wisdom of ancestors, and the values of their culture were never forgotten. One of the most important roles of the bards was to preserve the myths and legends that defined Celtic identity. Stories of gods and goddesses, such as Lugh the sun god or the Morrigan, the shape-shifting goddess of war, were passed down through generations, shaping the spiritual and cultural beliefs of the Celts. These tales were not just entertainment, they were lessons in morality, courage, and the interconnectedness of all life. The bards ensured that these stories remained vibrant and relevant, adapting them to reflect the changing times while staying true to their core messages. The bards also played a crucial role in maintaining social order and unity. They were often employed by chieftains and kings to compose praise poems and songs that celebrated their achievements and reinforced their authority. At the same time, bards could use their words to critique or challenge leaders, holding them accountable to the values and expectations of their people. This dual role as both celebrant and critic made the bards powerful figures in Celtic society, respected and sometimes feared for their influence. The legacy of the Celtic bards extends far beyond their time. Their oral traditions laid the foundation for much of the literature and folklore that we associate with Celtic culture today. The tales of King Arthur, the legends of the Fianna, and the rich tapestry of Irish and Welsh mythology all owe their survival to the bards who first told them. Even in modern times, the spirit of the bard lives on in poets, musicians, and storytellers who continue to celebrate and preserve the heritage of the Celts. As we reflect on the role of the bards and storytellers, we gain a deeper appreciation for the power of words and the enduring importance of preserving our shared stories. These keepers of tradition remind us that history is not just a record of events. It is a living, breathing narrative that shapes who we are and who we aspire to be. With the next phase of our journey in sight, we'll explore the Celtic love for music, uncovering how melodies and rhythms played a central role in their rituals, celebrations, and daily life. Stay with us as we delve into the sounds that stirred the hearts and souls of the Celtic people. Now turning to the 16th of our 25 hidden secrets, we immerse ourselves in the enchanting world of Celtic music, a vital thread woven into the fabric of their culture. For the Celts, music was far more than mere entertainment. It was a powerful force that connected them to the spiritual, the communal, and the natural world. From the haunting strains of the harp to the rhythmic pulse of the bodhran, music was a language that spoke to the heart and soul of the Celtic people. The harp, often considered the quintessential Celtic instrument, held a place of reverence in their society. Its delicate, ethereal tones were believed to bridge the gap between the earthly and the divine, making it a staple in both sacred rituals and royal courts. Harpists were highly respected figures, often accompanying bards in their storytelling or performing at gatherings to evoke emotions ranging from joy to solemn reflection. The harp's melodies were said to have the power to heal, inspire, and even foretell the future, cementing its role as a symbol of Celtic artistry and spirituality. Equally important was the bodhran, a framed drum that provided the heartbeat of Celtic music. Its deep, resonant rhythms were essential in creating the lively, energetic atmosphere of festivals and celebrations. The bodhran was often played alongside other instruments like the flute, fiddle, and pipes, creating a rich tapestry of sound that brought communities together. Whether it was a wedding, a harvest festival, or a battle march, the bodhran's steady beat set the tone for the occasion, uniting people in shared emotion and purpose. Music was deeply intertwined with Celtic rituals and daily life. It played a central role in religious ceremonies where chants and songs were used to honor the gods and invoke their blessings. During seasonal festivals like Beltane and Samhain, music and dance were essential components of the celebrations, marking the cycles of nature and the passage of time. Even in more mundane moments, music provided a backdrop to daily activities, from lullabies sung to children to work songs that made labor more enjoyable. The Celts also believed that music had the power to influence the natural world. Legends tell of musicians whose melodies could calm storms, summon animals, or even make trees dance. This belief in the magical properties of music reflects the Celts' deep connection to nature and their view of the world as a living, interconnected entity. As we explore the Celtic love for music, we are reminded of its enduring legacy. The melodies and rhythms that once echoed through ancient groves and hillforts continue to inspire musicians and listeners today. From traditional folk tunes to modern interpretations, Celtic music remains a vibrant and cherished part of our cultural heritage. With the next phase of our journey in sight, we'll uncover the significance of sacred wells in Celtic spirituality, exploring their healing properties and the rituals performed at these mystical sites. Stay with us as we delve deeper into the spiritual practices that shape the Celtic world. Now turning to the 17th of our 25 hidden secrets, we step into the mystical realm of sacred wells, a cornerstone of Celtic spirituality. For the Celts, these wells were far more than sources of water. They were portals to the divine, places where the physical and spiritual worlds intertwined. Revered for their healing properties and their connection to the gods, sacred wells were central to the spiritual and communal life of the Celtic tribes. The Celts believed that each sacred well was inhabited by a deity or spirit, often associated with healing, fertility, or protection. These wells were seen as living entities, imbued with a sacred energy that could cure ailments, grant blessings, or even reveal the future. Pilgrims would travel great distances to visit these sites, offering gifts such as coins, jewelry, or woven cloth as tokens of respect and gratitude. These offerings were not just acts of devotion, but also a way to seek favor from the well's guardian spirit. Healing rituals at sacred wells were deeply symbolic and often involved a combination of prayer, meditation, and physical action. One common practice was to walk around the well a specific number of times, usually in a clockwise direction, while reciting prayers or chants. Water from the well would then be drunk or used to anoint the body, believed to carry the healing power of the spirit residing within. Some wells were even said to have specific curative properties, such as restoring sight, curing infertility, or easing chronic pain. Sacred wells were also places of divination where the Celts sought guidance from the spiritual realm. Rituals might involve casting objects like stones or bones into the water and interpreting the patterns they formed, or observing the movement of the water itself for signs and omens. These practices reflect the Celts' belief in the interconnectedness of all things and their reliance on the natural world for wisdom and insight. The importance of sacred wells extended beyond individual healing and divination. They were also communal spaces where festivals and gatherings took place, particularly during seasonal celebrations. Wells were often decorated with flowers, ribbons, or carved stones, transforming them into vibrant centers of worship and celebration. These gatherings reinforced the bonds within the community and reaffirmed their shared spiritual beliefs. Even today, many sacred wells remain sites of pilgrimage and reverence, particularly in Ireland and Scotland. Modern visitors continue to leave offerings, tie ribbons to nearby trees, or perform simple rituals, keeping the ancient traditions alive. The enduring legacy of these wells is a testament to their profound significance in Celtic culture and their ability to inspire awe and devotion across generations. As we prepare to explore the next chapter of our journey, we'll delve into the Celtic beliefs about the afterlife, uncovering their views on the soul's journey and the rituals that ensured a safe passage to the otherworld. Stay with us as we continue to unravel the mysteries of the Celtic tribes. Now turning to the 18th of our 25 hidden secrets, we step into the realm of the Celtic afterlife, a concept as rich and mysterious as the culture itself. For the Celts, death was not an end but a transition, a journey to the other world, a place of eternal peace and reunion with ancestors. This belief shaped their rituals, burial practices, and even their daily lives as they sought to ensure a safe passage for the soul. The Celts envisioned the otherworld as a parallel realm, often described as a land of eternal youth, beauty, and abundance. It was a place where time stood still and the soul could exist in harmony with the divine. This otherworld was not a distant or abstract concept but a tangible reality, accessible through certain sacred sites such as burial mounds, caves, or even the sacred wells we explored earlier. The journey to this realm was seen as a sacred passage, guided by rituals and offerings that honored the deceased and appeased the spirits. Burial practices played a crucial role in ensuring the soul's safe journey. The Celts believed that the body was a vessel for the soul, and how it was treated after death directly influenced the soul's fate. Graves were often filled with personal belongings, weapons, or tools, reflecting the individual's status and achievements in life. These items were not merely tokens of remembrance but essential provisions for the soul's journey, ensuring it had everything needed for the afterlife. In some cases, the Celts practiced cremation, believing that fire purified the soul and released it from the physical world. The ashes were then placed in urns or scattered in sacred locations, symbolizing the soul's return to the earth and its connection to the natural world. Whether through burial or cremation, the rituals were deeply symbolic, emphasizing the continuity of life and the soul's eternal nature. The Celts also believed in the importance of honoring the dead through communal rituals and festivals. Samhain, the festival marking the end of the harvest season, was particularly significant. During this time, the veil between the living and the dead was thought to be at its thinnest, allowing spirits to visit the mortal world. Families would leave offerings of food and drink for their ancestors, ensuring their favor and protection. These practices reinforced the bond between the living and the dead, reminding the community of their shared heritage and spiritual connection. The concept of reincarnation also played a role in Celtic beliefs about the afterlife. Some traditions suggest that the soul could be reborn into a new body, continuing its journey through different lifetimes. This idea of cyclical existence reflects the Celts' deep connection to nature and their understanding of life as an ever-evolving process. As we prepare to explore the next chapter of our journey, we'll uncover the extensive trade networks of the Celts, revealing how their connections with other cultures shaped their world and left a lasting legacy. Stay with us as we continue to unravel the mysteries of the Celtic tribes. Now turning to the 19th of our 25 hidden secrets, we delve into the fascinating world of Celtic trade networks, a testament to their ingenuity and far-reaching influence. The Celts were not just warriors and spiritual seekers, they were also skilled traders who built extensive networks that connected them with cultures across Europe and beyond. These trade routes were the lifeblood of their economy, enabling the exchange of goods, ideas, and technologies that enriched their society and left a lasting impact on the ancient world. The Celts traded a wide variety of goods, from everyday necessities to luxury items. Among the most prized commodities were amber, a golden gemstone believed to hold magical properties, and tin, a crucial component in the production of bronze. These materials were highly sought after, not just by the Celts but by neighboring civilizations as well. Amber, often sourced from the Baltic region, was used in jewelry and amulets, while tin, mined in regions like Cornwall, was essential for crafting tools, weapons, and ceremonial objects. But the trade networks extended far beyond these materials. The Celts also exchanged textiles, pottery, salt, and even livestock, creating a vibrant economy that spanned vast distances. Their ability to navigate rivers, mountains, and forests allowed them to establish trade routes that reached as far as the Mediterranean, where they traded with the Greeks and Romans. These connections brought not only material wealth but also cultural exchange, as the Celts adopted new ideas, artistic styles, and technologies from the civilizations they encountered. One of the most remarkable aspects of Celtic trade was their use of coinage. While many ancient cultures relied on barter systems, the Celts began minting their own coins around the 3rd century BC. These coins, often adorned with intricate designs and symbols, were not just a medium of exchange but also a reflection of Celtic artistry and identity. The adoption of coinage marked a significant step in their economic development, enabling more complex and efficient trade. The trade networks also played a crucial role in the spread of Celtic culture. As goods moved along these routes, so too did stories, beliefs, and traditions. The Celts' reputation as skilled craftsmen and fierce warriors spread far and wide, influencing the cultures they traded with and leaving a legacy that endures to this day. As we prepare to explore the next chapter of our journey, we'll uncover how Celtic traditions, symbols, and myths have influenced modern culture, particularly in Ireland and Scotland. Stay with us as we continue to unravel the mysteries of the Celtic tribes. Now turning to the 20th of our 25 hidden secrets, we explore the enduring influence of Celtic traditions, symbols, and myths on modern culture, particularly in Ireland and Scotland. The legacy of the Celts is not confined to ancient history. It lives on in vibrant ways, shaping art, literature, and festivals that continue to captivate people around the world. One of the most recognizable symbols of Celtic influence is the intricate knotwork found in modern jewelry, tattoos, and artwork. These designs, with their endless loops and interwoven patterns, are more than just decorative. They carry deep spiritual meanings, often representing eternity, interconnectedness, and the cyclical nature of life. Today, these motifs are celebrated not only for their beauty, but also for their connection to a rich cultural heritage. Celtic mythology has also left an indelible mark on literature and storytelling. Characters like Cu Chulainn, the legendary warrior, and the Morrigan, the goddess of fate and battle, have inspired countless novels, poems, and even modern fantasy series. Authors like J.R.R. Tolkien and J.K. Rowling have drawn from Celtic myths to create worlds filled with magic, heroism, and timeless themes. The tales of the Celts, with their blend of adventure, mystery, and spirituality, continue to resonate with audiences of all ages. Festivals rooted in Celtic traditions are another way this ancient culture thrives today. Events like Samhain, which evolved into Halloween, and Beltane, celebrated with bonfires and maypole dances, are still observed with great enthusiasm. In Ireland, the annual St. Patrick's Day Parade is a global phenomenon, blending Celtic heritage with modern celebration. Similarly, Scotland's Highland Games showcase traditional music, dance, and sports, keeping the spirit of the Celts alive in a contemporary setting. Music, too, bears the unmistakable imprint of Celtic influence. Instruments like the harp, fiddle, and bodhrán are central to traditional Irish and Scottish music, creating melodies that evoke the landscapes and legends of the Celtic world. Modern musicians often incorporate these sounds into their work, blending ancient traditions with new genres to create something uniquely powerful. Even language has been shaped by the Celts. Efforts to revive and preserve Celtic languages like Gaelic and Welsh are gaining momentum, ensuring that these ancient tongues continue to be spoken and celebrated. This linguistic revival is a testament to the enduring pride and connection people feel to their Celtic roots. As we reflect on the Celtic influence on modern culture, it's clear that their legacy is far from forgotten. From art and literature to festivals and music, the spirit of the Celts continues to inspire and enchant. With this in mind, we now turn to the next chapter of our journey, where we'll delve deeper into the Celtic festivals and how they are celebrated today. Stay with us as we uncover more hidden secrets of the Celtic tribes. Now turning to the 21st of our 25 hidden secrets, we delve deeper into the Celtic festivals, exploring their rituals, traditional foods, and how they are celebrated in modern times. These festivals, deeply rooted in the cycles of nature and the rhythms of life, offer a fascinating glimpse into the spiritual and cultural world of the Celts. Let's begin with Samhain, the festival marking the end of the harvest season and the beginning of winter. For the Celts, Samhain was a time when the veil between the living and the dead was believed to be at its thinnest. Rituals included lighting bonfires to ward off evil spirits and offering food to honor ancestors. Today, Samhain has evolved into Halloween, where traditions like carving pumpkins, dressing in costumes, and telling ghost stories echo these ancient practices. Next, we have Imbolc, celebrated at the start of February to welcome the first signs of spring. This festival honored Brigid, the goddess of healing, poetry, and smithcraft. Rituals included lighting candles to symbolize the returning light and preparing special foods like bannocks, a type of flatbread. Modern celebrations often include crafting Brigid's crosses from reeds, a tradition that continues in many Irish households. Beltane, held on the 1st of May, was a joyous celebration of fertility and the arrival of summer. The Celts lit large bonfires and drove their cattle between them to ensure protection and prosperity. Dancing around the maypole, adorned with ribbons, was a central ritual. Today, Beltane is still celebrated in parts of Ireland and Scotland with fire festivals, music, and dancing, keeping the spirit of this ancient festival alive. Finally, there's Lugnasad, celebrated in early August to mark the beginning of the harvest season. Named after the god Lugh, this festival featured games, feasting, and the offering of the first fruits of the harvest. Traditional foods included bread made from the new grain and berries gathered from the fields. Modern Lugnasad celebrations often include craft fairs, agricultural shows, and communal meals, reflecting the festival's roots in gratitude and community. These festivals, with their rich rituals and symbolic foods, remind us of the Celts' deep connection to nature and the cycles of life. As we continue our journey, we'll explore another fascinating aspect of Celtic culture, their profound reverence for the natural world. Stay with us as we uncover more hidden secrets of the Celtic tribes. Now turning to the 22nd of our 25 hidden secrets, we explore the profound connection the Celts had with nature. For the Celts, the natural world was not just a backdrop to their lives. It was a living, breathing entity filled with spirits and divine energy. This animistic belief system meant that every tree, river, and mountain was seen as sacred, each possessing its own spirit or deity. The Celts believed that nature was a direct reflection of the divine, and they sought to live in harmony with it. Forests, in particular, were revered as places of great power and mystery. Sacred groves, as we discussed earlier, served as spiritual sanctuaries where rituals and ceremonies were conducted to honor the gods and seek their blessings. Trees like the oak, ash, and hawthorn were especially significant, often associated with specific deities or used in healing rituals. Water, too, held immense spiritual importance. Rivers, lakes, and springs were seen as gateways to the otherworld, and many were believed to have healing properties. The Celts would leave offerings at these sites, such as coins or jewelry, to appease the spirits and ensure their favor. Wells, in particular, were places of pilgrimage where people would come to pray, make offerings, and seek cures for ailments. This deep reverence for nature also influenced their daily lives. The Celts followed a cyclical calendar tied to the seasons, as we've seen with their festivals. They practiced sustainable farming methods, rotating crops and allowing fields to lie fallow to maintain the land's fertility. Hunting and gathering were done with respect, ensuring that the balance of nature was preserved. Even in their art and craftsmanship, the Celts drew inspiration from the natural world. Intricate designs featuring animals, plants, and spirals adorned their jewelry, weapons, and tools, symbolizing their connection to the earth and its cycles. These patterns were not just decorative, they carried spiritual meanings, often representing protection, fertility, or the eternal cycle of life and death. The Celtic connection to nature was not just a belief system, it was a way of life. Their respect for the natural world shaped their spirituality, their daily routines, and even their art. As we move forward, we'll uncover another layer of Celtic culture, one that continues to captivate us to this day. Stay with us as we delve into the revival of the Celtic languages and their enduring legacy. Now turning to the 23rd of our 25 hidden secrets, we explore the fascinating story of the Celtic language revival. The Celtic languages, including Gaelic, Welsh, Breton, and others, were once widely spoken across Europe. However, over centuries, these ancient tongues faced a steep decline due to conquests, colonization, and cultural assimilation. By the 19th century, many of these languages were on the brink of extinction, spoken only in remote rural areas or by small, isolated communities. The decline of Celtic languages was closely tied to the political and social changes that swept through Celtic regions. The spread of English, French, and other dominant languages, along with policies that discouraged the use of native tongues, pushed these languages to the margins. For example, in Ireland, the Great Famine of the mid-19th century devastated Gaelic-speaking communities, leading to mass emigration and a further erosion of the language. Similarly, in Wales, the Industrial Revolution brought an influx of English speakers, diminishing the use of Welsh in urban centres. Yet, despite these challenges, the 20th century saw a remarkable revival of interest in Celtic languages. This resurgence was driven by a growing sense of cultural identity and pride among Celtic communities. In Ireland, the Gaelic revival movement of the late 19th and early 20th centuries sought to restore the Irish language as a cornerstone of national identity. Organizations like the Gaelic League promoted the teaching of Irish in schools and encouraged its use in literature and daily life. In Wales, the Welsh language experienced a similar revival. The establishment of Welsh language schools known as Ysgolion Meithrin and the creation of media outlets like Sinal Pedwar Cymru or S4C, the Welsh television channel, played a crucial role in preserving and promoting the language. Today, Welsh is one of the few Celtic languages with a growing number of speakers, thanks to these efforts and the support of the Welsh government. Breton, spoken in Brittany, France, has also seen a revival, though it faces unique challenges due to France's centralized language policies. Despite this, grassroots organizations and cultural festivals have kept the language alive, fostering a sense of pride and continuity among Breton speakers. The revival of Celtic languages is not just about preserving words, it's about reclaiming a cultural heritage that was nearly lost. These languages carry with them the stories, traditions, and worldview of the Celtic people, offering a unique window into their history and identity. Efforts to teach and promote these languages continue today, with initiatives ranging from online courses to immersive language programs. As we reflect on the resilience of the Celtic languages, we're reminded of the enduring spirit of the Celtic people. Their determination to preserve their linguistic heritage is a testament to the power of culture and identity. With the next phase of our journey in sight, we'll uncover the archaeological discoveries that continue to shed light on the lives of the ancient Celts. Stay with us as we explore the Celtic legacy in archaeology. Now turning to the 24th of our 25 hidden secrets, we delve into the fascinating world of Celtic archaeology. Recent discoveries have provided remarkable insights into the lives of the ancient Celts, uncovering burial sites, artifacts, and settlements that paint a vivid picture of their culture and daily life. One of the most significant archaeological finds in recent years is the discovery of elaborate burial sites, such as the Hochdorf chieftain's grave in Germany. This burial site, dating back to the 6th century before the Common Era, revealed a wealth of artifacts including a gold-plated dagger, intricate jewelry, and a large bronze cauldron. These items not only highlight the craftsmanship of the Celts, but also suggest their belief in an afterlife where such treasures would accompany the deceased. Another groundbreaking discovery is the remains of Celtic settlements, such as the Oppidum of Manching in Bavaria. These fortified towns, often located on hilltops, were centers of trade, craftsmanship, and political power. Excavations at Manching have uncovered evidence of advanced metalworking, coin minting, and even early forms of urban planning. These findings challenge the traditional view of the Celts as purely rural or nomadic, revealing a complex and sophisticated society. Artifacts like the Gundestrup cauldron found in Denmark have also captivated archaeologists and historians. This intricately decorated silver cauldron, believed to have been crafted in the 2nd or 1st century before the Common Era, features detailed depictions of Celtic gods, mythical creatures, and ritual scenes. Its discovery has sparked debates about the spread of Celtic culture and their interactions with other ancient civilizations. In Ireland, the excavation of the ancient site of Tara has shed light on the spiritual and political significance of this legendary location. Known as the seat of the High Kings of Ireland, Tara was not only a royal residence but also a sacred site where rituals and ceremonies were performed. Recent findings, including ceremonial artifacts and structural remains, have deepened our understanding of its role in Celtic society. These archaeological discoveries are more than just relics of the past. They are windows into the lives, beliefs, and achievements of the Celtic people. Each artifact, each site, tells a story of a vibrant and dynamic culture that continues to captivate us today. As we prepare to uncover the final secret of the Celts, we'll reflect on why their legacy endures and what mysteries still remain. Stay with us as we explore the enduring fascination with the ancient Celts. Now turning to the final secret of the Celts, we reflect on why this ancient civilization continues to captivate our imagination. Despite centuries of research and discovery, the Celts remain shrouded in mystery, their story far from complete. What is it about these enigmatic people that keeps us searching for answers even today? One of the most compelling reasons for our fascination is the sheer complexity of Celtic culture. From their intricate art and spiritual beliefs to their advanced societal structures, the Celts were far more sophisticated than many once believed. Yet, much of their history was passed down orally, leaving gaps in our understanding. The lack of written records from the Celts themselves means we often rely on accounts from outsiders, like the Romans, whose perspectives were not always objective. This leaves us with tantalizing fragments of their world, inviting us to piece together the puzzle. Another reason the Celts intrigue us is the enduring allure of their myths and legends. Stories of heroic warriors, powerful druids, and mystical realms like the Otherworld have inspired countless generations. These tales, though often embellished over time, hint at a worldview that was deeply connected to nature, spirituality, and the cycles of life and death. They remind us of a time when the boundaries between the physical and the spiritual were blurred, a concept that continues to resonate in our modern world. The ongoing quest to uncover Celtic secrets also fuels our fascination. Every archaeological discovery, from burial sites to sacred artifacts, brings us closer to understanding their way of life. Yet, each find often raises more questions than answers. For example, the purpose of the Gundestrup cauldron or the true significance of Tara remains debated among scholars. These mysteries remind us that history is not static. It evolves as new evidence comes to light, keeping the story of the Celts alive and ever-changing. Finally, the Celts captivate us because their legacy is still visible today. From the revival of Celtic languages to the celebration of ancient festivals like Samhain and Beltane, their influence endures in modern culture. Their symbols, such as the Celtic knot, continue to inspire art and design, while their reverence for nature feels increasingly relevant in our contemporary world. As we conclude our journey through the 25 hidden secrets of the Celtic tribes, we are left with a profound appreciation for their enduring legacy. The Celts remind us that history is not just about the past, it's about the stories we tell, the questions we ask, and the connections we make across time. Their mysteries continue to beckon, inviting us to explore, discover, and imagine. Thank you for joining us on this adventure into the world of the Celts. If you enjoyed this exploration, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more historical mysteries. Until next time, keep seeking the secrets of the past. Now turning to the conclusion of our journey through the 25 hidden secrets of the Celtic tribes, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've uncovered. From the Enigmatic Druids and their sacred groves to the intricate artistry of Celtic Knotwork, each secret has revealed a layer of this ancient civilization's rich and complex culture. We've explored their warrior ethos, their spiritual connection to nature, and their enduring myths that continue to inspire us today. These hidden secrets remind us that the Celts were not just a people of the past, they were visionaries, artists, and thinkers whose legacy still echoes in our modern world. As we've seen, the Celts left behind more than just artifacts and ruins. They left behind a story that is still being written. Their mysteries challenge us to look beyond the surface, to question what we think we know, and to embrace the unknown. Whether it's the purpose of their stone circles, the symbolism of their sacred animals, or the revival of their ancient languages, the Celts continue to captivate us because they remind us that history is alive, evolving with every discovery and every new perspective. So, what do you think? Which of these 25 secrets resonated with you the most? Did the warrior culture of the Celts inspire you, or were you drawn to their spiritual connection to the natural world? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear which aspects of Celtic history sparked your curiosity. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the hidden secrets of the Celtic tribes, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more historical mysteries. There's so much more to explore, from ancient civilizations to forgotten legends, and we can't wait to take you on the next adventure. Until then, keep seeking the secrets of the past, and remember, history is not just about what we know, but about what we have yet to discover. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you in the next video.